Okay, the boys were a mixture of lower secondary and upper secondary. All these were part of the Christian Fellowship and St. John's Ambulance Cadet. Because some of them came from the pre-U, they started to share with their cell group in class. That was the pre-U 1 Arts A cell group in 1972 in ACS. That cell group grew bigger and bigger, and I believe more than half the class became part of the cell group. But when the message of baptism of the Holy Spirit entered the cell group, most of the boys and girls received the experience. And that accounted for the large numbers praying in tongues in the ACS clock tower in the latter part of 1972. Okay, however, somewhere in August, the school told all of us to stop praying in the clock tower because of the noise that was being created. They didn't say directly cannot pray, they simply said a teacher must be present. That was a general rule. I didn't belong to the pre-U boys, I was only a Sec 2 boy at that time. But I was the follow-up chairman of the Christian Fellowship. And so when I received the baptism of the Holy Spirit, I brought the message back to the Christian Fellowship and started teaching about the Holy Spirit baptism there. Okay, so Melvin and Norman belong to the pre-U 1 Arts A cell group. They received it sometime in July and August 1972. Actually, I was in the Christian Fellowship. I was active in the leadership of the CF, and somebody gave me a copy of David Wilkerson's Cross and the Switchblade and Nicky Cruz Run Baby Run, that told the story of how people received not only salvation but the baptism in the Holy Spirit. And so, in my own room, in 1972 in June, I was supposed to go to a CF camp, but before I went for my CF camp, my younger brother who shared the room with me went to an MYF camp, and so the room was left vacant, and I was alone, and I was praying at that time, and I asked the Lord to fill me with the Holy Spirit, and the baptism of the Holy Spirit came to me that day, and the presence of the Lord was there in my room. I saw the presence of the Lord come to me in a very physical and significant way, and there was a release of the gift of tongues at that moment.